See, I'm not exactly what you would call a football viewer, so when I saw this on my dad's television, I laughed my fucking ass off. No room for racism? We needed a sign for that, did we? What, was there room for racism prior to this sign going up? Alright, well, I wish somebody had told me there was room for racism before this sign went up. I would have engaged in it a bit more. I had a little bit of a laugh, a bit of fun. Wait, if there's no room for racism sign that needs to go up, does that mean that we need a no room for murder sign? Although I suppose that doesn't quite work, does it? Because murdering inherently creates more room. Wait a minute, if I kill a few racists, would that leave room for racism? Like, if I kill a few people that are racist, would that allow me to, like, be racist myself until inevitably the room gets filled up again and someone has to come and kill me and a few others to make room for their own racism? Is that how it works? It's fucking laughable. No room for racism. Got to make sure everyone plays nice. No booing people for doing the virtue signal of kneeling. Oh yes, that's right, if we take the knee, that means we'll stop racism. Yeah, because doing an obnoxious thing like kneeling before every match when people are just there to see the fucking match totally won't cause racism. The fact that this country is full of a two-tier fucking system in which certain groups of people can get away with literal child rape, oh yeah, that isn't gonna create racism, is it? Okay. But if we put up signs and tell people racism bad, then that'll stop it. Because we're in England, and if we just put up signs, people will follow the signs. Look, you'd have a better job putting up a bunch of signs saying, everyone line up for racism, start a queue for racism, and everyone lines up in a queue. Of course, you'll get a few people confused whether or not the fact that sitting in the queue will allow them to engage in racism or to be against racism. Just, like, get us lining up in a queue. Like, have a cup of tea at the end of it. Make sure it's black tea, though. Black tea. We don't want any of that, you know, weak milk tea. We want some of that purebred black tea, you know what I mean? Maybe if you throw a little bit of milk in there so we have a little bit of a half-caste tea, that'll be alright as well. Oh shit, that was racist, wasn't it? Fuck, okay. There's no room for that. No room for that whatsoever. Look, I'm just mocking the shit out of this because it's fucking stupid. No room for racism. There's no room for murder. There's no room for rape. And if we put enough signs up, eventually it'll stop. Because that's what causes racism. People aren't aware that it's a bad thing. So we'll put a sign up and we'll look like good, virtuous people. That way, when we fuck people around in the background and do all kinds of shady shit... I know nothing about football, but it's a lot of money in this kind of thing. I assume shady shit is going on wherever there's a shit ton of money involved. But, you know, we'll just put this up. We'll put this up. And then no one will be racist ever again. No room for racism. There's none. None whatsoever. Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty packed stadium right there. And not many non-white people from what I can see. I don't know. Looks like there's plenty of room for racism. You need a bit more of a diverse audience right there. Mostly men, mostly white people. We can't have that. We need to specifically make sure that there's a equal portion percentage of seats only available for marginalized groups. You know? So basically, if you're a white man, the major contributor to putting money into football, fuck off and save some room for the marginalized groups. You know, those non-white, male, non-heterosexual people. All the actual people that aren't born with original sin. We need to make sure there's enough seats for them. You know, if that means we have to kick a few straight white men to the curb in order to do it, then so be it. Because to me, it looks like there's a lot of room for racism. I see too many white people up there, too many men. What's men got to do with racism? It's all about intersectionality, love. It's all connected. It's all connected. Oh, it's so fucking stupid. There's no room for racism here. Oh, it's fucking pathetic, isn't it? It's pathetic. It really is. Why are you so mad over a sign? You just want to be racist, don't you? I'm not fucking mad. I'm laughing at it. It's stupid. Alright, they put a sign up. I guess that means I'm never going to face racism again. Fuck off. Oh, shit. There goes the police. Somebody said something mean on Twitter. Oh, no. What's that? There's a group of girls being repeatedly raped over and over again. Ah, forget that. Forget that. Look, somebody said something mean on Twitter. We better start doing that. What's that? Another group of girls getting raped? Oh, no, it's fine. The police are busy putting rainbows all over the cars. That'll solve all the world's problems. Yeah, okay. Fuck off. Oh, man, this country is a fucking joke. There's no room for racism. There, we fucking stopped it.